Hello again. Back on Mock Sargent. Here we're going to talk about the names and what they mean. And again, when you're involved in conspiracy, you learn that names have meanings, words have meanings, especially from the Old English, coming from Latin when they were broken down and used to label things that we do in our everyday lives or associated with in our everyday lives. So when we're talking about the flat earth now and the people involved and what would be considered spearheaders or people wanting to be known for whatever reason, Patricia Steere comes to mind. Now I've heard her try to joke about her name ending in CIA, Patricia, CIA, ha ha ha. No, let's really break down your name, Patricia Steere. Patricia can break down to be Patty, Pat. A cow pat from Old English, Merriam-Webster, is a pile of bovine waste or dung. So Patty, as we know, is a pile of bovine waste. Steer is a specific classification of bovines. A steer is a castrated, immature bull. Specifically, that's what steers are. Castrated, immature bulls. So a woman who is using the flat earth movement, rage, popularity to push veganism, name breaks down to mean a pile of bovine waste from a castrated adolescent bull. I can't make that up. That's what the names mean. Patricia Steere breaks down Patty Steere, a pile of shit from an immature castrated bull. So you're being kind of fed shit by someone whose name breaks down to literally a pile of shit from a castrated bull who's pushing veganism. There is no coincidence. Same with Sargent's name getting fed military interviews where they don't really say much except what they think or what they see and how they may see some flat earthness in their jobs or their fields of expertise with the military. The Mason was military, the ethereal scientist was military, Master Gunny, radar people. The only one who might not have been military was the guy in Iowa. He just wanted to get his name out there. I'll be your lackey and call in any time, Mock Sargent, as Zib Ron would say, who's disappeared because he followed the Lord Jesus Christ or Stephen Christ or whatever. He went off the deep end, while Mark, the neutered one, pimps his pile of bovine shit from castrated bulls on top of you. Every interview, Patricia comes up. She's got nothing to do with flat earth. She might have something to do with radio networks and interviewing people who do flat earth videos, but it has nothing to do with the flat earth and you interviewing people. But every interview, every show now, podcast, you shoehorn in your hoe who you got to pimp. Also, we know in the conspiracy world about how Hollywood and Disney love to infiltrate movies and subliminally put sexual suggestions and images throughout all cartoons, children's shows, and adult shows. So Mark Sargent has to come out with a video telling us we've been lied to by the establishment about morning wood and a 3+ minute video of phallic symbols? Why do I need to stare at phallic symbols for 3 minutes, Mock Sargent, for you to tell me that the system lied to me about my morning wood? I didn't know morning wood was a problem. I didn't even know it had to get looked into. Most of us were proud to have morning wood and have to deal with it. It was a fun thing. It wasn't an issue. And I don't recall looking into it to see if I was lied to about how to deal with morning wood. So you're starting to throw phallic symbols into your videos, talking about morning wood, and Patricia's putting up her little mixer videos, you know, girls in the bikinis doing their little dancing. So we're starting to go down what would be considered the path of mainstream using sex to sell, subliminally put things in mind, and if I'm correct, you mentioned about how there might or might not be a sex tape from the Seattle Mixer out there. So sex seems to have to now start to be ingratiated into all your interviews. And it's always coming up, with people, oh, when are you and Patricia going to do this? When are you and Patricia going to do that? Well, eunuchs don't do anything, and pimps don't mess around with their girls. So nothing's going to happen. I'd love to see Mark and Patricia board a plane in Chile and fly to Perth or Sydney to prove about the southern flights. Or maybe the two of them take a fake honeymoon cruise to Antarctica to see how far they can go before they get stopped, because that's what Mark claims. So, mock Sargent, with your military name, being fed military interviews nonstop, fluff pieces all around. Patricia Steere being known as a pile of bovine shit. Good job. Flatlines matter.